Hello, all. I am here to teach you a mini lesson on theme. The assignment for this block is for you to take notes while you watch. I'll try to stop and remind you when to stop and write. So you should have this slide up or you are writing it on paper. So the first thing about theme that we need to know is that theme is a life lesson, it's a meaning, some relate it to a moral or a message about life or human nature that is communicated by a literary work. So you find themes in fiction, in books and stories, and it usually is through a character's actions, their dialogue, their conflict, and just what they learn through the story. In other words, theme is what the story teaches readers. Okay, you might stop here and fill out your first box in your notes. Okay, next, a couple of things about theme statements. A theme is not just one word, it is a full sentence, and you don't have to agree with the theme to identify it. So, for example, you might have money can't buy happiness. It's a full sentence. Don't judge people based on the surface. It's a full sentence. And it is better to die for freedom, to die free than live under tyranny. Also a sentence, and also things you may not agree with, but that are statements. Stop here and you may fill out your notes. Okay, to identify a theme, you need to know that themes are not explicit. So they're not always clearly stated. It does not tell you at the end of the story, the theme of the story is. Okay, themes are implied, so you have to infer it from context. You have to take background knowledge and then the context of the story and infer or imply a theme. They're also bigger than the story. They're going to be universal. They are not specific to the characters. They're universal, so they could be applied to multiple stories. So it's a big world of the theme. It applies to the real world. Themes are about the big picture, so they're not your opinions. You can't say, oh, yellow Starburst tastes bad. That's not a theme. It's not a detail about characters, so not Judy and Carrie are bad friends. That's not a theme. You have to think bigger. You have to think of the real world. So just to review, theme is what we can learn from a story. Themes must be inferred, and they're about the big world. They're not just specific to that story. Okay, so you can stop, fill out your notes, and then choose a different part of your grid.